Owen Hart used to make me laugh so much because he would always do either a backdrop and he would go, my shank. And I would be like,
He would say
what is a shank? Like, he was nuts.
Oh, I'll get back. Owen would like, he'd be throwing you in for a spot or something like that. And he would just make up some kind of ridiculous, impossible thing to physically do on the move, right? And you're turning like, what are you? And he's like turning, double reverse monkey flip, head scissor. And you're trying to process that while you're in a full stride. And then he comes up and he just takes a tackle or something like that. And you are just like, your ass is puckered because you have no idea what you're about to do.
I think the best one I ever saw, and I legit got in trouble because I started laughing. I went down to both knees in the middle of a match. I'm in a Battle Royale, and they were like, "What were you doing?" And just fussing at me. And I was like, Owen grabbed this guy named Sean Stasiak. We in a Battle Royale. It's like 25 people in the ring. And he shot him off and told him, hey, duck the clothesline and cross-body me. I'm standing this close to him. I hear everything. And I went like this, and he shot Stasiak off.
You don't do that in Battle Royals.
He was doing like this, dodging people and hit the ropes. And I'm laughing, and I went down to both knees and got fussed at because I was so entertained, and the people in the crowd had no idea.
They had no clue.
Yeah, it was for Owen. It was for him. He was just doing it for him.
And he'd do it all the time. I don't know if you were there yet. We were in the Philippines, and I think it was Yoko and Owen against Lex and Davey Boy.
Oh God!
And they were in this tag, right? So Owen calls this spot, shoot me off. I'm going to duck your clothesline. He's telling Lex this. I'm going to duck your clothesline. When I come off the other side, press me. Of course, Lex bit hard, right? So he comes off, and Owen just octopuses him. Like, he cannot get him. He's got him wrapped up, so there's no possible way that he can press him, right? And Lex is not giving up, right? And he just drops, and he did to a big pile of crap. And then Owen's like, tag your partner, right? So Lex he's flustered, and he goes and he tags in Davey Boy, right? So Davey Boy comes in. Owen calls the same spot with Davey. Boom, he comes off the rope, and Davey just lifts him right up. And Davey's like, he turns to Lex, I'm the strongest in the team. That was the kind of all the time. And people, you just can't tell from the audience, but if you're out there and you can hear it, or if you're even watching it, you can tell what Owen's doing. Owen
would be the most entertaining dude in wrestling today because now it's really entertainment.
Yeah.
It's a comedic element to it. There's never been nobody funnier than Owen Hart.
It's built for him right now.
Man, there was they used to have a show called the Pig Pen or Hog Pen or something with Phineas Godwin and
Mart.
Yeah. And
Henry Godwin.
And they would bring in barnyard animals and stuff for them to do this segment, throw hay everywhere and pay bills, and they would do their gimmick. And we pulled up. I was riding with Owen at the time, and the people with the animals had just pulled up, and they was like, "Hey guys, do you know what we need to do with these?" And Owen said, "I do," and left his bag and said, "Follow me." And I knew I was like, "Oh, what is he doing?" And I'm hurry up. I park the car. I get my bag. I get his bag, and I'm trying to go in the building. And I'm looking. Hey, where did Owen go? And they was like, he went that way. And I went, oh no. And I knew exactly what was that way in this arena. It was Vince's office. He took chickens out of the cage a pig,
A goat.
bro. Like they shit everywhere. There were chickens on the ceiling fan, and Vince, like, you could hear him. Owen.
He knew exactly what
He
to do.
knew, and Owen was like, "What are you talking? I wasn't even there.
I wasn't even there.
I wasn't even there." And that was his response for everything. And Davey, like, they would look at Davey. I just got here. And like they were in complete denial for everything. I'm telling you, they would be so over today
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
that nobody would be remotely close. There was no such thing as jackass. There was no such thing as punked.
Yeah.
They were doing that way back.
Yeah.
Bro, they would be so rich. Podcasting and
With the
and
social media and stuff. I
Oh
mean,
my
you're looking
gosh.
at like vignettes that are
And I
essentially
don't
just
even
on
know
social
though.
media.
I don't even know that Owen would do it. Owen just did that. I mean, he did it
To
to the
entertain
boys.
himself.
He did it to. He just did it to the boy.
Yeah.
He was the best, for the most part, harmless ribber that ever. I mean, he was always in the right place at the right time. Like, he would be in the hotel lobby when somebody would like have food delivered to the hotel, and he would get the food. Like, he would get somebody else's food. He wouldn't do anything to it, but then he would call from the front desk. Like, he would take it so they didn't have to take the food up to the room. Owen would get on the house phone and call whoever ordered the food, and then he would be the delivery guy. And he would put on like some strange, some strange voice. You come down here and get this pizza. I've been out here waiting for you 30 minutes. And the boys, no, well, just bring it on up. They said, no. You get off your big lazy ass, get out here, and I better get a tip. And this would go on, right? So the boys would bite every time. And so the boys finally, they'd get so pissed, they'd come down ready to fight. And then Owen's gone. Like, Owen leaves the pizza or whatever it is on the desk, and now he's hiding somewhere so he can watch.
So he can watch.
Just so he can watch. And then guys coming down in their shorts and their flip-flops looking for this delivery person. And, who's here? Who was that?
The worst investment that I ever made was I had 2 nickels to rub together, and I bought a box phone. And you unzip the bag, and then it had a cord on it. I wanted to be fancy.
Well,
Dude, that was more than 2 nickels.
yeah.
So
I mean,
an average a month was about $700.
yeah.
You had a good plan then.
There were times where I had Southwestern Bell, and it turned into AT&T. But that's a whole nother story. The biggest bill I ever had was $2,300. And I mean, it was Owen and me playing on the phone. And the rib was on me. I thought it was great. It was funny at the time until I got that
Till that
damn
bill
bill.
come in at the end of the month.
And Owen would call his dad, and he would be like, "Excuse me, sir, is this Stu Hart?" And he'd go, "Yeah, who the is this?" And then he'd go, "My name is Robert. You didn't pay your taxes. We're going to have to come and take you home." And he would do all these jokes. He got my mom. I had never heard my mom cuss. I grew up in that house for 18 years.
Never heard your mama cuss.
My mama was the church lady. And Owen called her one day and told her he was going to come by and take her house because she didn't pay the taxes. And she was like, "Wait a minute, I pay everything. I pay all you," like, yeah. She just going through it. And Owen said, "Listen, lady, don't get smart with me." And my mom said, "What?" And I'm over there just dying laughing. And at one point, he said, "If I have to move you out myself, you're gonna have to get out." She said, "Well, bring your ass on. I will you." And she just went off. She said at least 8 cuss words that I had never heard. She had never cussed. I'm not making this. You call anybody in my family and say, "Hey, the Barbara Jean cuss." Who? Your mama? No.
That's
Owen
awesome.
was,
Not till Owen Hart got a hold
bro,
of her.
that dude is, he was
He
special.
cracked more people than, oh my gosh.
Was him and Bret polar opposites in that sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bret, Complete. No, Bret would laugh. I mean, you know, he'd be.
Yeah.
He'd sit back there and just laugh at Owen because he saw this his whole life.
Yeah, but
He was
they were-
used to it. And Owen didn't rib Bret because they would fight. And you ever seen them fight? Like, it's the funniest thing in the world. It's a lot of pushing and like, shut up, man. Just shut up. No, what are you going to do? You going to fight me? And Owen said, you know, I was always better than you anyway. And he would be like,
And I get under Bret's skin.
I could imagine.
Bret would start breathing heavy and he'd look away like, don't do it. Don't do it. And they never like fist fought, but it was always this tussling and pushing around stuff. And then they separate and then it'd be over with.
He'd take him right to the brink. It was.
Owen was, bro, he was special.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
And I feel so bad for Martha, you know, like to lose him the way she lost him, when she lost him. Like the dude was like, he was one of those dudes that he went home actually.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the boys, you know, you go home and you got other agendas at home. Owen was a good dude. He was a good
dad.
dude.
Good
Yeah.
dad. Yeah. He.
Always at the kids stuff.
But
And it sounds like you guys were pretty close. You were on the
Oh
road.
yeah,
Y'all
I
rode
love
together.
that dude, man.
Yeah.
He was so much fun. He taught me a lot about being a man too.